Yo, still bills. What's the biz here, man? Y'all gotta see my face on this one, man. Cause man, listen, man. I've talked about this before, but I gotta talk about it again. Cause I just thought it was, oh my God, man. Listen, as long as you got social media, you're gonna forever have something to talk about, man. I swear to God. I heard the most ridiculous shit. Man, these narratives, man, are a trip, bro. Like, now the new thing is Canelo Alvarez, like that was a bad stoppage, and he was exposed in the fight, man. I'm just like, where exactly was he exposed at? Where exactly was he exposed? Where? There's people saying, "Oh man, this Canelo gets stopped by Benavidez and Andre and Charlo, just any fucking thing to chop down at the man's accomplishments, man." And it would be one thing if the cat that they were trying to, make him equivalent to was as accomplished as he is. You dig? It's all the smoke for Canelo because they want him to fight Charlo and Andre so bad, even though he already said that Charlo was in the he's in the scope, and so was David Benavidez. So the narrative is, yeah, he was exposed. Where was he exposed at in the fight? Like, was he? It's always if he gets hit, he's exposed. Never mind, he's not. He's fighting another champion. If he gets hit, he's exposed. If a fighter, no fighter is supposed to have no spurts of success in the fight in front of Canelo, and if they do, then he's exposed. Never mind, he stopped the dude. Never mind, he stopped him. Never mind, he beat on that man like a drum from rounds at the very least 4 or 5 till the 11th. Never mind all that. Never mind all of that, man. I just, being slick in the ring does not necessarily just mean moving your head and everything. Like, it's multiple ways of being slick. Catching shots on the glove, parrying, that's still defense. That's defense. And Canelo at this point in time is a pressure fight. At least we don't know until he fights another fighter. Like, we probably won't see Canelo fight and set traps off of the back foot in that mid-distance until he fights, I don't know, maybe a Jermall Charlo, who will be there to be hit. He doesn't have to go look for him. He can do it with David Benavidez too, to a degree. But Canelo is just supposed to go in there and just flawless victory everybody, man. It's like, yo, y'all dudes are a trip. Y'all dudes is a trip. Did Jermall Charlo get exposed by not being able to knock out Juan Montiel? Did his power not, do we second guess his power? Or Brandon Adams that he brung up from 154? Like, what the fuck? If people were saying it's a bad that was a bad stoppage, that was a bad stoppage. Like, how? Did y'all not see that he got knocked down twice? Did y'all not see him when he got up? When he got up, his legs were clearly gone. Him running from one end of the ring to the next is an indication that I'm not ready to go out, but I don't feel my legs. I have to get my legs back under me. That was a clear indication of that. And on the last knockdown, that man's leg was rested on the bottom rope. What the fuck does that equate to a bad stoppage? What is wrong with y'all niggas? Like, what? Like, really? This shit is sickening. What the fuck? Yowzers, man. God damn. And now that's not enough. Now it's what the most ridiculous shit that I saw today was people are so hell-bent on discrediting all the wins that he gets because it's not Charlo or Andre, that I for the first time ever, I've seen somebody slight Erislandy Lara. He was never that guy. What equates to that guy is what I want to know. And how is Charlo and Andre the guys? How is it that Charlo and Andre are the guys, but Danny Jacobs, who's someone, and they just continue to denigrate the dude, and it pisses me off. I'm not having it. Andre and Charlo are the guys, but Andre and Charlo are the guys, but Jacobs and Lara isn't. Not to mention, both of them are far more accomplished with a way better body of work than those two. And Lara called out Andre, and Andre said, "Nah, man, he's all you gonna do is run around. He's boring." The same shit they denigrate Canelo for saying to Andre. Andre said that shit to Lara and fought Jack Koke. They want niggas to get... Jacobs banged on Charlo, and Charlo never got in the ring with him. Jacobs is still like, I'll go back to 160 and fight Charlo. Like, it's just the most asinine, and it just a lot. Like I said, man, the PBC, a lot of that shit is just predicated on what's the word? Semantics and smoke and mirrors and shit. It's a list of things that machine runs on other than accomplishments of their fighters. You feel me? Like, come on, man. Like, dude, in no era would Charlo and Andre be considered the man or the dudes to beat when they haven't beat anybody of significance. Don't talk to me about no goddamn Jamal Charlo when his best win is from a nigga that he was fresh off a war with Golovkin. And Danny Jacobs gave that man his first loss when he was undefeated. I'm not about to sit here and let you sit here and disrespect Danny Jacobs to big up Jamal Charlo. I'm not doing that. I'm not about to let you disrespect Erislandy Lara, who has fought. His losses are better than Andre's wins. Controversial loss to Canelo. Controversial loss to Paul Williams. Controversial loss to Jarrett Hurd. Like, come on, man. This shit is getting ridiculous, man. Brian Castano. Controversial draw with Brian Castano. Alfredo Angulo. Like Terrell, well, he didn't lose to Alfredo Angulo. He didn't lose to Terrell Gausha, but where are the fighters that are equivalent to that? Where are they at? Like, this shit is just past ridiculous, man. And it's just, the narrative just gets, like, the shit just gets so left field and just further and further left field to denigrate Canelo. With them denigrating Canelo is stepping on the toes of accomplished other black fighters. Lara is a black fighter. I don't want to hear that, oh, he's Cuban. There are black Cubans. God damn, the Yoruba tribe is prevalent in Cuba. Yes, there are black people in Cuba. Plenty of them. What the fuck are you niggas talking about? Jacobs wasn't that good. Skill for skill, not Lara, but Andre and Charlo could never. Sorry to tell you. Sorry to tell you. If they had caught Andre, if Andre and Charlo would have caught Jacobs on that run that he was going on, they would have been added to the list. That's just what it is. They'd have been added to, yo, man, Jacobs beat Derevianchenko. He beat Peter Quillin, he beat what's his name? What is his name? Luis Arias, Sulecki, Charlo, Andre. Their names would have been on the list, on the loss list. Like, what do you, or wins? They'd have been wins up under Danny Jacobs' belt. What are y'all niggas talking about, man? I can't stand by and let y'all niggas just get away with saying such egregious and outrageous bullshit to denigrate the dude. I made another video about this, but I'm gonna have to say, I have to repeat myself, man. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Like, real nigga shit, man. You can't sit here and tell me Charlo and Andre are the man to beat. They are really gassing this. Oh, he ducked him at the, he been a mandatory and this and that. Yeah. I can't be mad at that. You know, you want the niggas to fight. Yeah, I don't mind him fighting them. But the thing is, he's beating better competition than them. He's beating better fighters. Golovkin and Jacobs are better fighters than both of them dudes. Man, come on. God damn. A bad stoppage. Canelo was exposed. Lara wasn't that good. Lara's not that dude. Jacobs ain't that dude, but Charlo is. Like, it's just so, it's getting ridiculous. And you can tell who's new to this. And that's what the PBC is doing, is gimmicky bullshit to draw or other motherfuckers in. They're captivated by the fact that, which is a beautiful thing, by the way, but they are captivated by the fact that there's a black man who's running a specific promotional banter. That is beautiful. But a lot of them have been introduced to that banter through Wilder and all the bullshit that went on last year or the past year and a half. And they haven't necessarily left this space yet. They've thinned out somewhat, but a lot of them are still genuinely interested in the sport. So it's going to take them a while to formulate their own ideologies and be able to learn to sift through the bullshit to get through the real deal Holyfield. But it's that few years that it's going to take for them to get to that that's annoying. You dig? There's no respectable boxing fan who would ever say some dumb shit like Erislandy Lara wasn't that dude. Yes, the fuck he was. Niggas wasn't trying to fight Lara. Canelo, niggas was looking at Canelo sideways for going to fight Lara. There's no incentive in that. Off of Floyd loss, you gonna fight Lara? Your stock is going to plummet if you lose to this man. Danny Jacobs ain't that good. How? Like, God, man, this shit it's annoying, dude. It's past annoying, and niggas just it's to a point where people can't even think logically with it and be somewhat unbiased because they have a narrative to push, and that's what I'm sick and tired of, man. So I can't. Well, I have no choice but to deal with a lot of you cats, man. But I'm banging on anybody who disrespects Danny Jacobs. That's just what it is. That's my nigga right there. I'm on that. I'm on that. And we're gonna talk about Charlo again next.